But what? I pressed a hand over my heart and stepped forward. Despite everything they'd done to me, I couldn't bear if they were dead. It's the strangest thing, he said, shaking his head. They're on some kind of raft in the middle of the sea. So, they decided to leave without telling anyone? Tess crossed her arms over her chest and scowled. Thanks, Queen Selene, for leaving me behind. Not that I would have gone with her anyway. I guess she's pissed off at me for taking Rowena's side. Even with their magic, they could not have scaled down those cliffs, Eli said. It is impossible. Looks like you lot need to fix your cliffs. Sebastian rolled back his shoulders and leaned against the frame of the nearest door. Eli continued on, ignoring Sebastian. Regardless, they're in trouble. The magic protecting this place extends far across the sea, so they're unable to cast their travel spell for a while yet. Their raft is sinking, and there are sharks circling them. 6 that I could count. All the blood drained from my face as his words sunk in. So, you're telling me they're about to be eaten alive by sharks? If we don't do something, Eli said. Then yes, they won't be able to cast any magic out there, Tess added, dropping back her head to look up at the sky. It's a bright day, no shadows. Well, then go get them, I said to Eli, heart thundering in my chest. Please, Eli, we can't leave them out there to die. With a soft sigh he nodded, his expression pained. Sebastian and Marcus, I'm going to need your help. And we'll need to grab Jasper and Silas too, if we don't want to make 2 trips. There are 7 of them, 5 of us. Jasper's strong enough to get 2, and so are you, Marcus. Jasper's wounded, I whispered. Eli swore under his breath. I'm strong enough for 2, Sebastian said with a shrug. I'll be happy to grab myself some little witchies. All 4 of us on the cobblestone street shot Sebastian a glare. Tess and I watched from the cliffs as 5 powerful gargoyle shifters took off across the churning sea, sunlight gleaming across their ebony wings. The thin clouds above were as choppy as the water, hurtling across the sky from a harsh and bitter wind. Frost hung in the air, crisp and clear, but ice cold. All 5 shifters beat their wings in unison, soaring as a single unit. Tess let out a low whistle. Maybe I'll get myself stranded on a raft too. I barked out a laugh, breaking the charging tension I'd felt ever since I'd heard the witches were in danger. Yeah, they can rescue me any day. I can't believe Queen Selene didn't tell me she was leaving. The laughter vanished from Tess's voice. I've served her since I was 10 years old. That makes 12 years now, and I've always done what she's asked of me, even when I disagreed. In the distance, the gargoyles drew closer to the distant raft, a mere spot of dust on the endless blue-grey sea. I'm sorry, Tess. It's my fault. I made you choose between us, I said, giving her a sad smile. And you know how the Queen responds to even the slightest hint of betrayal. Tess grimaced. Punishment. Torture. Imprisonment. Why the hell did I serve her for so long? Why did I love her? I asked. And there it was, the reason her actions had hurt me so much. Because the Queen, as distant and cruel as she'd been to me at times, had been the only mother I'd ever known. I had loved her. I still did, I realized, as I watched those powerful wings fly further toward the raft. No matter what she'd done. Do you think she's evil? Tess asked. That she's twisted by her powers? Turned into something dark and terrible? No, I said, almost surprised by my answer. I think she can be terribly cruel, but I understand where it is all coming from. She is fiercely protective of her people. She would do anything to keep them safe. It's just that it has sometimes meant her doing terrible things. You know, I think she did what she did to protect you too, Tess said. I know it doesn't seem like it, but maybe she thought the easiest way to keep you safe would be to lock you up. I could see that. As a sickly human, I would be no threat to the Shadow Witches at Dreadford Castle. They'd have no interest in me as anything other than a joke or a poor creature. But as a powerful girl, born of prophecy, delivered by the Fae themselves, they might take my presence as a challenge, especially if the Queen thought I was Fae, especially if my powers were stronger than theirs. If I had any at all, because we still had 0 proof that prophecy had anything to do with me. 0 proof that I was capable of anything more than 5 measly push-ups. I'd really like to know what my powers are. My thoughts were interrupted by the whiz of arrows through the sky. They flew straight toward the gargoyles, arching in the direction of their wings. I let out a cry of alarm, a warning, but the shifters were too far away to hear. And then one of the arrows hit their mark. A gargoyle began to fall.